your spine. So even though you're seated in the chair, I still want you to have a long spine position. So what that means is you're up nice and tall, you're lengthened through the spine, you're grounding down through your feet, and then just allow your back to rest on your chair. Let your hands relax on your lap, okay? So take a nice deep breath in again, get tall through your spine, and then as you exhale, just relax your hands and either lower your gaze or close your eyes. And so we're just gonna let the chair support us. Our first few moments of our class here today, we're gonna just begin to come into our breath. So I want you to begin to notice your breathing. So without changing or modifying it in any way, just kind of check in with yourself. Notice how your body feels today. Notice if you have a lot of mind chatter going on. Notice any expectations that you're holding on to, and just see if you can let all of that stuff go. Notice where you feel your breath, and notice the quality of your breath. So does it feel short? Do you feel like you're breathing more into your chest or your belly? Or maybe you're not sure, and that's okay. And then I invite you to deepen your breath. So when we deepen our breath, we're gonna start to shift the breath low into the belly. When you breathe in, you'll feel your belly expand out. As you breathe out, you're gonna draw the navel into the spine. And maybe just doing that for 3 or 4 counts as you breathe in, and then 3 or 4 counts as you breathe out. Each time you breathe in, think about bringing something into your body or your mind that you're in need of. So maybe it's a sense of peace. Maybe it's a feeling of love or compassion. And each time you breathe out, think about getting rid of something from your body or your mind that just isn't serving you well. Something that you can let go of. And really focusing in on naming whatever those things are quietly to yourself with each inhale and each exhale. And we'll breathe deeply like this for another 3 or 4 more breath cycles. And also using this time to just notice any areas of tension or discomfort. And see if you can let go of those places in your body as you breathe out. And then we'll take a couple of cleansing breaths. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth, big heavy sigh, let it out. Just kind of feel the tension release from your shoulders and your face. And do that one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Big heavy sigh through the mouth. Good, I invite you to sit up a little bit straighter in your chair, grounding through your feet, bringing the shoulders over the hips. Take a nice deep breath in this time. Reach one or both your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Think about gathering energy from your space and bringing it into your body. Go do that one more time. Deep breath in, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just pausing for a moment here. Create an intention for your practice today. So just giving your practice a little bit more sense of purpose and meaning, just something you'd like to focus on. Good, and then release your hands all the way down. Come into a seated mountain pose. So you're gonna scoot a little bit more forward towards the edge of your chair. Let your palms be forward, broaden across the chest and your collarbones. And then with your feet, I want you to start to rock heels to toes. So you're kind of lifting up the heels, lifting up the toes, getting a little blood flow into the feet and ankles. And this is an active seated posture, so no longer allowing the chair to support your back, really just allowing your trunk and your core muscles to support yourself. Good. Continuing to breathe here, and then just relaxing your feet, noticing all four corners of each foot. Take a nice deep breath in, reach your right arm up and over. Nice gentle side stretch to the left. And you can take the hand that's on that left side and reach for the chair leg or the side of the chair, whatever feels good for you. Remember that everything we do is an invitation. So if you have hurty shoulder and you can't reach your arm up like this, you can just reach to the side with your torso. So just any type of modifications, totally fine. So as we're holding this side stretch, continue to breathe. So do your best to not hold your breath. Nice, good. Take a nice deep breath in. Come back to center, exhale, let that arm float down. Good, still sitting tall. Inhale this time, left arm sweeps up and over. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Whatever motion you have is what you're using here. And if you want, you can open and close that hand or circle out your wrist. I'm just kind of calming into your body. So each of these poses, you might not do these poses regularly, so you have to kind of explore and do what works for you. Good, deep breath in, sweep that arm up, exhale, let it float all the way down. On an inhale, I want you to reach both arms forward, so straight ahead, thumbs up towards the ceiling. We're gonna take just our upper body and do a seated eagle pose. So you're gonna take your right hand, you're gonna have to really pay attention here, rights and lefts. Right hand, cross it over the left. So you're making an X with your arms. Good, perfect. Then you're gonna bend your elbows. So you bend your elbows, perfect. And then you might be able to touch the backs of your hands together or your palms if you have a lot of flexibility through the shoulder blades. Don't force it though. Okay, so backs of the hands or palms, you're gonna try to keep your elbows up at shoulder height. So our tendency is gonna wanna do this. Breathe in and float your elbows up to your shoulders. So you're kind of feeling a stretch across the middle part of your back. Good, if you'd like, drop your chin just slightly, pause and breathe. So you're breathing into the back of the neck and the mid-back. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Good, and you're always welcome to come out of any of these postures. So if something doesn't feel good for you or you need a break, you can come back to seated mountain pose or any other resting pose. Good, one more breath in. As you exhale, I want you to slowly unwind and come out of it. And as you come out of it, let's take a few shoulder rolls. So just roll the shoulders back. So sometimes we have a lot of tension across the tops of the shoulders and the middle part of the back. So just trying to loosen that up. Maybe roll your shoulders forward. Good, and then back to seated mountain pose. Pause and breathe. Deep breath in, float both arms up. This time we're gonna go left arm on top, cross it over. And then as you exhale, back of the hands or palms to touch, elbows in line with the shoulders. Drop the chin slightly down, breathe into the middle part of your back. This is our seated eagle pose variety. Pause and breathe. Relaxing through the face and jaw, not doing anything that's bothersome to you. A gentle stretch is what we're looking for. Good, pause and breathe. And then start to slowly come out of it. Good, as you do that, low shoulder circles in a forward direction. So kind of moving your arms forward, nice and low, and then move them back. Just kind of getting some blood flow to the shoulders here. Beautiful. And then relax your arms down at your sides. Take your right ear, bring it to your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, neutral spine, so look straight ahead. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And you can grab onto the chair legs or the bottom of your chair to anchor your shoulders here. Good, come back up to center, right ear, right shoulder, keeping your nose forward. So you're kind of really breathing into the side of the neck. Now, a couple of choices here. You might tip your chin down, or you might tip it up, or you might just hold where you are. So depending on if you feel tightness in your neck, you might modify that. Keep breathing. Slowly come out of it back to a neutral spine, and then left ear, left shoulder. And just like you did on that first side, maybe you tip your chin up, maybe you tip it down. But do kind of what feels good for your body today. Good. Inhale, neutral spine. Keep your arms down, chin to your chest. Inhale, look straight ahead. Good, and then lift your chin up slightly. If you can do this without feeling dizzy or lightheaded, kind of opening at the front of the neck. Good, back to a neutral spine, chin to your chest. Good, neutral spine, look straight ahead, and then inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, neutral spine. So if you're not on the edge of your chair, go ahead and move towards the edge of the chair. We're gonna do some seated cat and cow pose next. So grounding down through your feet. As you breathe in, you're gonna sit as tall as you can in your chair, open through your chest and shoulders and look up. Seated cow. As you exhale, you're gonna tuck your tailbone under, round your spine, pull your belly in. Seated cat. Good, so from the side, looks like this. Inhale, sit tall, you're tipping your pelvis forward, opening your chest. Exhale, tip your pelvis under, tuck and round, seated cat. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. So nice and straight and long through your spine, good. And then as you exhale, you're rounding your back. Chin to the chest, like a big C shape in your spine. Good. Several more times. This is a great way to warm up your spine. So inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Beautiful. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Opening up to the sky, really nice. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, let's do 2 more cycles at your own pace. So inhale, sit tall, seated cow. And we're just doing our best to start to coordinate movement with breath. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, 1 more cycle. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Nice. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good, let's come to a seated mountain pose. So kind of halfway between those 2 positions in the pelvis. And then we're gonna toe heel our feet out really wide here. So take your toes out to the side. So knees and toes are gonna be facing out to the side. You're gonna bring your hands to your thighs here and sit really tall in your chair. Good. Take a nice deep breath in to lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, I want you to drop your left shoulder in, turn and look to the right. So just kind of hinging slightly forward over your leg. You might even feel like it feels good to press your left knee out to the side. That's gonna give you a little inner thigh groin stretch here. So you're kind of turning and looking to the right. Keeping your chest lifted, pausing and breathing, starting to, again, warm the spine. Good. Come back to center. Take a nice deep breath in. Good. As you exhale, right shoulder drops in. Turn and look back to the left. And just press the right knee out just slightly. See if you can feel a little opening into the inner thigh. Good. Beautiful. Pause and breathe. And then slowly coming back to center. Take a nice deep breath in. Palms are going to go straight up towards the ceiling out in front of you, keeping your legs wide. And then bring them all the way out to the side, kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together. You can take your arms lower if you need to. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we're gonna do it again. Inhale, palms go up and out, shoulder blades pull together. Nice. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice and long through the spine. Good, again, inhale, palms go forward, out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, one more time. Inhale, palms forward, all the way out, shoulder blades pull together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Good. Relax your arms down at your side. We're going to keep the legs nice and wide here. With your right leg, I want you to turn it so it's facing the right edge of your mat. So you're going to turn it even more to the side, and then I want you to straighten your left leg all the way out. So we're going to do a couple seated. These are traditionally standing poses that we're going to do seated. So we're going to start with Warrior Two. So big, wide stance through your legs. Right toes are going to be towards the right edge of your mat. Left leg is out long. If you'd like, arms are going to come up to shoulder height. Yep, and if you're familiar with Warrior Two, you're going to look over your right hand. So really, the thing that's great about a lot of these standing turned into seated postures is that you're really just using your chair as a prop. So if I wanted to, I could just gently lift my butt up off my chair and I'd be in standing. Okay, so really think about that position. Think about how you might transition to doing these postures in standing if you wanted to, and we'll probably try that later today as well. So just really noticing some activation in your legs. So press through your feet. You can set one arm down if you need to. That's perfectly acceptable. If you kind of get tired through the arms, yep. And as we're holding our arms out, let's circle out the wrists. So one direction and then the other direction. Just get a little blood flow there. Good. Keep your legs in that wide stance, but let your arms come down for a minute and just roll the shoulders up and back. So a lot of times when we're lifting our arms out to the side, we tend to really hike the shoulders up. So we want to think about using our arms, but keeping our shoulders down. So we have a nice long neck. So feel that shoulders down position, long neck, and then take your arms up one more time. Look over the right hand. Nice. So you shouldn't be holding a lot of tension in the tops of your shoulders. Good. As you exhale, release your arms down. And then we're going to bring that right foot toed in a little bit. Take your left leg that was straight. Now you're going to turn those left toes all the way to your left wall. And the right leg is going to go out nice and long. Again, just kind of perching on the edge of your chair. So this leg is going to be straight. This leg is bent. Knee about over the ankle. Shoulders are going to line up over your hips. Take a nice deep breath in. Arms come up to shoulder height. Look over your left hand. Good. Let go of that tension in the tops of your shoulders. So some people are doing this. Shoulders up towards their ears. So drop them down. Nice. Great corrections here. And again, if you have shoulder issues, you can lower your arms. You can just work the legs and kind of put your hands on your hips. Whatever feels good for your body. Beautiful. I love it. Those are awesome Warrior Twos. Good. Keep breathing. Really think about lengthening your spine. Top of the head is up towards the ceiling. Nice activation in the legs. Pause and breathe. Good, beautiful. As you exhale, release the arms down. And just pause for a moment there. We'll do it one more time, lifting the arms up. Just any adjustments that you might need to make. So really activating through the leg, grounding down through the outer edge of the back foot, knee over ankle on the front foot. One more time, arms come up to shoulder height. This time as you do that, I want you to turn your palms up. So opening the chest a little bit more, looking over that left hand. Pause and breathe. Beautiful. Good. As you exhale, slowly come out of it. Toe heel your feet back in. Take your time. So they're about hips distance apart again. And then we'll work through a half sun salutation. So linking breath with movement just in sitting, and then we'll make our way to standing. So palms are forward, seated mountain pose, nice and long through your spine. Breathe in, reach one or both arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold over your legs. So as you forward fold, you're gonna round your back. Either bring your forearms to your thighs or reach for the floor. Good. Breathe in, come to a flat back, halfway lift. So you're gonna be in that perched forward position. Belly is in, so straight spine. Good. Then exhale, forward fold, round your back. Press through your feet, come all the way up, take your time, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, I like the modifications I'm seeing. Do what works for you, thank you. Inhale, sweeping up, look up. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold, round your back. Breathe in, flat back. Halfway lift, so you're kind of hinging forward over your legs. Nice, tummy in, shoulder blades together. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through your feet. Come all the way up, take your time, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful, one more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart, round your back. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Nice. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through your feet. Come all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. As you're ready, if it's available to you, let's go ahead and come up to standing. Today we'll come to mountain pose, and we are gonna work into a couple of standing postures, and we will try Warrior Two in standing if you like. If that is not available to you, then what I want you to do is I want you to do it in sitting like we already did. So first we're gonna come into mountain pose. So mountain pose, just like you did in seated, your toes are forward, your palms are forward, your chair can be to the side of you or in front of you, wherever you need it for balance. So you're opening across your chest and shoulders. So this is an active standing posture. So try to be really active, chest up, eyes looking straight ahead, shoulder blades pull in and down, and then draw your belly button in. So you should really feel the ground beneath you. And just like we did in sitting, I want you to just start to shift your weight from toes to heels a little bit. So kind of connecting with your body as you come in standing. Just sort of feel how your weight is distributed. Good, and then pause in standing. Deep breath in, reach one or both of your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time, as you have your arms up over your head, find a steeple grip. So you're gonna put your hands together, interlace all your fingers but your first finger and your thumb. As you reach up, exhale, side stretch to the right. So just a little baby side stretch. Grounding down through both of your feet. Good, beautiful. Checking in on your balance. This is a good place to check your balance. Good, come back into center, lift up. exhale, side stretch to the left. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the arms down. So chair to the side or in front of you if you need to for balance. If it's available to you, I want you to scoot your feet a little bit closer together. If you need them wider for balance, keep them wider. We're gonna come into chair pose. So in chair, you're gonna sink your hips back, just like you would if you were sitting in a chair. So you're gonna feel some activation in the thighs and the glutes. Good, and hands can come to heart center. So the biggest issue with chair pose is people like to dump into their low back, so they don't activate through their belly. So I want you to pull your belly in and tuck your tailbone under. Good, and then exhale, mountain pose. We'll do it again. Opening through the chest and shoulders. Good, inhale, sink at the hip crease, chair pose. Belly in, tailbone tucks. If you're looking for an additional challenge, sink lower. If you have hurting knees and hips, don't go as far. So lots of choices. Pause and breathe. Good, if you're doing good for balance, you can stay here. Otherwise, left hand is gonna come to the back of the chair. You're gonna reach your right arm back. If you don't need the chair, your left hand is gonna come to your right leg. So we're doing a little twist. Good. Exhale, mountain pose. You're probably feeling your legs. Good. Pause and breathe. Inhale, chair. Good. So we're going to try the twist again. Other side. Right hand comes to the left thigh. Left arm reaches back. Look towards your left hand. Pause and breathe. Little rotation. Keep your chest up though. Don't let your spine drop down. Good. Beautiful. Notice the activation in your legs. Exhale, mountain pose. Good. Pause and breathe. So we're going to try warrior two just like we did in sitting with the chair in front of us. Okay? So with the chair in front of you, if you need it for balance, you're going to take your feet out super wide. Nice tall posture, shoulders over the hips. I want you to turn your right toes to face the right. And I want you to have your left toes so they're facing the camera. Or facing me. Good. So in warrior two, our hips and our shoulders are in a line and they're gonna face the side like this. We're gonna start to bend into that right knee till it comes over the ankle. So you might have to look down at it and kind of check. So that front knee is bent, your back knee is straight. So this should be very familiar with what we did like when we were seated. Good. If you feel good here, I want you to raise one or both arms up to shoulder height and you're in warrior two. You can look over your right hand. So if your legs get tired, you can kind of bend and straighten out of that front leg. And then try your best to stack your shoulders over your hips. So we always have this tendency to kind of do this with our upper body. So try to keep your shoulders so they're over your hips and you should feel your legs. Good. Inhale, straighten that right knee and drop your arms down. Good. Exhale, you're going to turn your right toes to face forward. Turn your left toes to the left. So we're getting ready to go to the other side. So same thing, shoulders are over your hips. This whole part of your body is facing your camera or the side. Bend into your left knee. Look down at it. It should be over your ankle, not bowing in or out. Shoulders are over your hips. Nice long spine. Take a breath in. Arms up to shoulder height. Good. Now look over your left hand. Warrior two. Try to let go of that tension in the tops of your shoulders. Pause and breathe, and then pull your belly in a little bit. So you're noticing some activation in your core. Pause and breathe. Come out of it if you need to. Otherwise, just noticing being in your body. Relax your face. Good. Let your arms relax down. Just give your arms a little bit, shoulders a little bit of a break. And then one more time, one or both arms up, chair if you need to for balance. Maybe turn the palms up if you'd like. Relax your face. Good. As you exhale, slowly release your arms. Go ahead and turn your left toes in. So now I want you still to be in that wide base of support here, but toes are forward. And if you have your chair back right there, we're gonna do a supported wide leg forward fold, okay? So what's gonna happen now is you're gonna take your chair and you're gonna kind of come down to your forearms, if that feels available to you. If you feel like, ouch, I don't have that range of motion in my hamstrings, then you might come up a little bit more, okay? So from the side, it looks like this. You're gonna walk down to your forearms, and if it's available to you, you're gonna kind of rest your forehead on your arms or your hands or whatever works for you. So we're looking for a little bit of a stretch through the back as well as through those hamstrings. So when we do a lot of sitting, those hamstrings feel kind of tight, right? We're just kind of pausing and breathing. Take a couple nice deep breaths in here. So any forward fold posture that we do, those are kind of restorative postures, meaning that they're kind of designed to bring us back, kind of have a little grounding in the pose. And then whenever you feel ready, you can start to come out of it. So you'll start to walk your hands up the chair back, and then take your time and walk your feet in, and then walk them and bring them to the back of the chair. And then we're gonna come around and take a seat back into the chair. So go ahead and take a seat. And I want you to get comfortable in your chair again. So just like we did when we came to the beginning, or when we were in the beginning of our practice, this is a time where you can kind of outstretch. So just kind of let your legs be out long. You can bring your hands to your thighs, or you can bring them to your belly. Let the chair back support you. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Letting everything go. Do that one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Big heavy sigh through the mouth. And then allowing the eyes to close or lowering your gaze. Bring your focus back to your breath. Notice the quality of your breath now as we come to the end of our practice today. Notice where you feel the breath. Once again, scanning your body, just checking in with yourself and noticing how you feel right now in this moment. Let go of any remaining tension, especially focusing in on the muscles around the face, and the jaw, and the tops of the shoulders. Do your best to let go and just allow the ground and the chair to provide support for you. For the next few moments, you have nothing else left to do. Just be here in this moment. Taking a moment of gratitude for coming to your yoga practice today, for using this time for self-care.